What's up, Cancer? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawny Michelle, and basically I just do a bunch of cool spiritual tarot and astrology videos on this channel. So if that's your vibe, make sure to subscribe before you leave. If this is your first time here, I am not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns, so please keep that in mind. And yeah, let's get into your August 2020 forecast, your tarot and astrology for August 2020. So wow, Cancer, you guys have been through a lot. And remember, this can resonate if you're a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, but you may find it a little bit more accurate if you're a Cancer sun or especially rising. So just keep that in mind. Watch your other signs too, you know. And yeah, so basically you guys have been through a lot. So as I'm sure most of you know, I did not get to do the sign readings last month. So I do want to catch up a little bit. So last month was super powerful for you guys. It was your season, but it was also very fated and very karmic. I'm just looking at my astrology notes and my channeling notes that I took for you guys here. You guys probably had major new changes, major completions, major endings. This could have involved relationships, cycles, patterns, difficulties, addictions, different connections, commitments, or contracts in your life. Also, maybe even business relationships, knowing your boundaries in relationships, and really balancing your needs with the structure of your relationships. You may have even gotten like a second chance for a new, more stable beginning in your life. You may have had to face reality in some kind of way, face some kind of harsh reality with some kind of commitment within your life. There may be a heaviness in your relations, your work partnerships, any kind of connections in your life. There could be some kind of heaviness lingering there. And you may be feeling, or your partner may be feeling this way, your partner may be feeling this kind of energy, or may be dealing with some kind of big or heavy development in their life at the current time. But you also have this huge drive and this huge motivation to take some kind of new initiative, to go towards some kind of new path, to make some kind of new change in your life, because Mars is in Aries, and this is a spot for you that's all about your ambition, your success, your career, your public image, wanting to achieve more. It's pushing you to be more of an authority figure, to stand up for yourself more, to focus more on your success, your reputation, recognition. And yeah, so we'll get back to the astrology in a minute, but I really want to go over your cards here because I think this is really interesting. So we're going to start off with your oracle card. So the first card that we have is the message, and it does look like you could be getting some kind of news or something that kind of comes to light this month that may cause you to go in a different direction, or maybe something that you've known for a while but maybe have been ignoring, but we'll get more into that in a sec. You also have loss, grief, sadness, and resurrection. A few other signs have gotten this card already. This is definitely a huge time of resurrecting ourselves. This is definitely a huge time of things falling away, but also being reborn. So, and then we also have Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. And it does look like there may be some obstacles in your way this month, Cancer, that we'll get to. I think that these obstacles are presenting certain learning experiences for you, for, once again, with that protection energy, learning how to defend yourself, okay? Learning how to defend yourself, learning how to stand up and face your fears. There's a lot of that in your reading. There's something that you really need to face here that you may have been trying to run from, or trying to make work, or trying to just focus on the positive, or trying to manifest something to do with the situation instead of maybe facing the reality of the situation. So we also have Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. Once again, more kind of wisdom. I definitely feel this is, once again, that fated energy kind of from the last few months is kind of rolling over. You are being guided to take some kind of new path here. That's definitely a huge theme in your reading as well, but also to come to more of a spiritual understanding of why certain events have been happening or are happening in your life right now. You also have the card Night Wind, facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. So once again, that huge theme with facing fears, that huge theme of being able to walk into your darkness like you own the fucking place instead of fighting it, running from it, all of that. We also have on the bottom of the deck, I thought this was interesting, the card of liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. So there's definitely a lot of negative patterns, attachments, and kind of habits that you've been holding on to, Cancer, that I think are kind of coming to a culmination point, or had been coming to a culmination point in your life as of recently. So, and you may have already been feeling this energy in some area of your life. So let's move on for now. So going to your tarot cards here, Cancer. To start off the month, we have the Page of Cups. So very interesting energy. We also have the Three of Pentacles. Now, this would be great if it wasn't followed by the Devil, which isn't necessarily all bad either, but what I'm getting from these cards in your first row here is that you have been almost like, you have been kind of, how do I want to put this? You've been either helping someone else because they seemed like they couldn't do it on their own, or you've been emotionally dependent. That's kind of what I'm getting from these cards, is an emotional dependence to something or someone. This could be a job, this could be money, this could be some kind of contract, commitment, a relationship, a family member, I don't freaking know, but there's been some kind of emotional attachment in your life that has been kind of a little bit toxic in some way. Maybe you've been depending on it too much, or maybe it's become an attachment. And I think that you've been, with the Six of Swords here, kind of maybe thinking about moving away from it, or thinking about, you know, going in a new direction, but haven't necessarily taken those steps yet. So I think that maybe you've been trying to run from some kind of situation that you may have been dependent on for a while. I actually, oh, look at that. I was going to say, I actually want to get clarity, and then boom, we have the Devil again. I can't make it up, that pops out. And the Page of Pentacles. So yes, some kind of physical attachment, but that you also may be emotionally attached to. And I believe this is because, Cancer, with the Page of Cups, yes, he's emotionally super creative, he's super dreamy, all of that. But here's the thing, there is like a sense of lacking an experience here with the Page of Cups. So I think either you feel like you can't do this thing on your own, or you aren't worth it, or something along those lines, or you feel like that about this person or job or whatever, like they need you, or something along, like you have to keep helping, you have to keep, you know, doing this thing. And you may have not been wanting to face reality about this current situation in your life, whatever this is. Now, if I'm completely off here, feel free to check your other signs, or just wait for your astrology. You may relate more to that. But that's what I'm getting from this reading so far, to be honest with you. So moving on. So towards the middle of the month, we have the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So very, very interesting. This is kind of where, and I actually pulled the Three of Swords reversed and the Empress to clarify this Sun card, because I couldn't figure out exactly where the energy was playing out and how it was kind of playing out. But you've been exchanging or giving a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, and a lot of your physical energy to something that hasn't really given you much in return. Okay, you haven't really gotten anything out of it. The fruits of your labor are not being, they're not sprouting, so to say. Like, you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. And yeah, there's just something here that I feel like, I also feel like this could be some kind of news or debt or expense or something like that that's been taking a lot of your energy, a lot of your finances. There's like an exchange of energy here, but it leaves you with the Five of Pentacles, so it doesn't leave you very good off. and it leaves you with less than what you had when you came. So if you're having any kind of deals in the month of August, especially mid-month, even in the beginning of the month, with that devil there, I also almost see that as like making a deal with the devil, like, and obviously being metaphorical here, but in a way it's kind of like maybe you're getting involved in something where, or you're involved in some kind of commitment where you don't see the full truth about it. And I really do see that in your cards right here. It's like it's leaving you with less than what you had. It's like you're downgrading. And it's like really zapping your energy. So anyways, so with your last few cards here, we have the Two of Wands, the Hanged Man. So this is definitely beginning to reflect and examine things and realize how kind of stuck or stagnant you're feeling in a situation, and realize that someone may have not been telling you everything, or you may have not been seeing everything that you thought you were, or that someone may have been taking advantage of you, or that someone is just taking your energy from you, because we have the Seven of Swords here, right before the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like, I really feel like there's something that you haven't seen, that you've had your back turned to, and they may not be exactly what they appear to be, or exactly what you had hoped they would be, or what you thought they were. I do see that you're kind of being put in a position to realize this month, Cancer, in some way. And I can also see that with your cards at the bottom of the deck here. It's like someone, like you've been really carrying some kind of burden or some kind of weight for someone else, but you haven't been able to see that all the way, or some kind of attachment that you've had has been really causing you some kind of stress, some kind of burden, or some kind of pattern even maybe that you've been in has been causing you some kind of stress, or some kind of habit even. It could even be a habit, or some kind of expense. It could be different for different ones of you. It could even be a relationship, a family member, something. But there's something here that's like putting you in a position that you don't necessarily deserve. And you have to kind of like wake up to that and see that you could do so much more. That you have a greater meaning, a greater purpose out there than this. So it's almost like you're playing small a little bit. So be careful with any kind of deals, negotiations, expenses this month, especially like big expenses. It may not necessarily be exactly what it seems. So make sure you're fact checking. Make sure your eyes are wide open, Cancer. Like, you may need to be a little bit suspicious. You may need to face some kind of fear, some kind of, truth about the reality of your situation that maybe you haven't wanted to face. You may need to break free from some kind of negative attachment here. You may need to walk through some kind of obstacle here. You may need to defend yourself. So that is what I'm getting from your cards, Cancer. So let's get on to your astrology. So like I was saying, these eclipses that we recently just had last month in your season, they are ending a like 2 to 3 year cycle that you've been going through. So you could see a lot of things coming full circle, wrapping up, reaching culmination points. You could just have like a lot of moments where you're like, oh my God, like I completely get it now. It makes sense. It came completely full circle. But with Mars and your house of career and what you're doing out in the world, you could definitely, your career and your drive to do something more could cause some distance in certain, commitments that you have, or contracts or relationships that you have. You may want to change your career, or you may want to stand up for yourself more, like I've been saying. You're definitely being called to initiate and lead right now, Cancer. You're being called to be more of a leader, to not try to hide away or try to like completely run from anything that happens, but to face it. And then you can remove the person from your life if you want, or you can walk away from the person if you want, but first you have to face the reality of the situation, if that makes sense. So anyways, it's definitely kind of forcing you to stand up for yourself more, to lead more, to initiate things more. And you've been getting prepared for this for the last few years now. So on August 3rd, this month, we are going to have an Aquarius full moon, which is going to be a spot for you that's all about financial issues, debt, bankruptcy, loans, any kind of shared resources or money that you have with another person or another organization, a bank, whatever. This is where kind of we have themes of that. So, you know, there may be like a change or some kind of curveball or something that pops up that interrupts some kind of priority or financial responsibility. There could be a theme of shared finances and resources with someone else coming up around this time. This could be addressing the reality of a situation regarding, you know, financial relationships, you know, your partner's finances, certain commitments or contracts that you're in, and really understanding where you may not be getting what you need in a relationship or financial obligation. And that's exactly what I see here. I had already wrote that down. This could also be distance or some kind of suppression of your thoughts and words in this situation. Your own individuality and shine versus the needs of others in your life. Wow, look at that. That's exactly what we have here. I just noticed. Your own individuality, how you shine versus what other people may need or want from you. And it's really kind of this push and pull for you this month of how can you put yourself out there, but also not get so hung up or so attached to the needs of other people or what other people need from you, because it's almost like became toxic in a way, in some way for you. So anyways, yeah, this could definitely have you feeling like you can't express yourself fully, and so that's going to be a huge kind of test for you this month, Cancer. So Mercury is going to be in your second, so this is going to be definitely about analyzing, organizing, and making decisions on your priorities, your money, your budgeting, you know, your income and your values and what you value, what you want, your possessions. Now, on the 7th of August, Venus is going to be moving into your sign. So this is going to really help you feel more confident to address your own needs and to, you know, take care of yourself and maybe even change your appearance, do some kind of self-care. And on the 15th of August, Uranus is going to go retrograde, and this is going to be in a spot for you that may bring innovation when it comes to, sorry, my phone was dying. Innovation when it comes to standing out and, you know, your place in the world. And on the 18th of August, the new moon is happening in Leo. Once again, this is a spot for you that's all about your priorities, your values, your income, your money, your finances, your possessions. So this could be, you know, fixing and making changes from whatever you've been going through the last few months, or the beginning of the month if something happens towards the beginning of the month during that Aquarius full moon or around that Aquarius full moon. This could be, you know, kind of reconciling things, making changes, putting in the initiative, new ideas, creativity, putting your priorities and needs and wants first, and working on your career more. So that is what I'm getting for you guys, Cancer, for the month of August. Definitely let me know down below if this ended up resonating with you guys, and if you enjoyed this reading. And if you didn't, then please go check out your other signs to see if that resonates more, or if that, you know, does it for you. And yeah, if you want anything else from me, any kind of readings, services, anything like that, you can check out my description below. I have a Patreon where I do a bunch of cool stuff over there, and then I also have a website where you can book readings and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in my other videos, Cancer. Hang in there, you're gonna be fine. You guys are a lot more powerful than you realize. So I love you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.